Hey guys, Pretzelman945 here. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a tier list video, and that is going to be me ranking Dragon Ball arcs. Now I have a couple of weeks ago I finished fully catching up to the Dragon Ball Super manga. So I wanted to rank the Dragon Ball arcs. And also this is something I don't feel like I've talked about as much on this channel, so yeah, that's what this is for. Um, First thing we're starting with is the Emperor Pilaf saga. Um, this one's a weird one to start Dragon Ball with. Because it's very short, but it has a lot of charm, but it also has some weird things in it. I enjoyed it overall. I'm gonna put it in B. For now, I enjoyed it for what it was. Oh my god. The first, first, man, God, the first tournament. Oh, dude, do I put it in S tier? I don't. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, it's got to be S tier for how much I enjoyed it, for just how much stakes there were, how awesome the fights were. Oh, that's got to go up there. All the Red Ribbon Army saga parts are going in C. I didn't hate the Red Ribbon Army, but it felt like it was dragged out quite a bit. I like the part where he trained with Korin. I like Mercenary Tao and all that stuff. But there's just something about this that felt like unnecessarily long to me. Fortune Teller Baba, I was not. This goes in C purely because of the moment between Grandpa Gohan and Goku. I thought that was really nice. Um, but like overall, this is like the most forgettable tournament saga in all of Dragon Ball. I think. Actually, yeah, I'll keep it down in D. Ooh, S tier. S tier, dude. This is just as good as the first tournament. Oh my god, the fights in this were so good. So good, man. Goku versus Krillin, Tien versus Jackie Chun. Oh my god, so good, dude. Okay. King Piccolo. Oh man. That's A. This is like, oh god. This is the first like non-tournament arc that was really good. Because oh man, King Piccolo is such an entertaining villain. He's such a menacing screen presence to him, and I love like his plan and everything like that. His fight with Goku was also great. Um, oh yeah, just like fantastic. Uh, in this arc in particular, I think it really felt like there was this like sense of dread, because Krillin is killed immediately after the tournament ends, which I always thought was super shocking. Um, And yeah, this arc is fantastic. Piccolo Jr. That's another A. Between the battle between Goku and Piccolo Jr. and like the entire like tournament and everything like that. Ugh, there's so many great fights, and then development of Kami as a character as well was just super good. I loved this arc. It was great. Oh, the Raditz saga. That goes in B. That was really entertaining. Um, it just when you're thinking about it as like a separate, I guess, part compared to the rest of the Saiyan saga, it kind of feels like less impactful, but like the entire reveal about like Goku being a Saiyan and not actually a human, that was crazy. Um, and then this is where I'll put an A. Because this was just amazing. Goku versus Vegeta is like one of the most iconic fights in all of anime. I literally have a poster of it right there. Just kind of like, representing the Dragon Ball part of my room right there. Um, and Vegeta as an antagonist in this section is fantastic, and it introduces him as my favorite Dragon Ball character ever. And one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. Um, okay, so this is, for some reason they have this out of order. Okay, so just the Namek part by itself, I would say B. And then the Jinyu Saga A, and then the Frieza Saga S. When you put all three parts together, obviously makes the entire thing S tier for me. Um, I mean, I don't really know what else I need to say with some of these classic Dragon Ball arcs, like Frieza's an amazing villain, Super Saiyan is fucking iconic. Um, I'm gonna have like much more to say about the later ones. I think Garlic Jr. D, bad concept, extremely boring, lasted for way too long. Moving on. Um, I'm gonna put these together. These were both B. They were both good, but they weren't like the best parts of the Cell Saga. Um, that part specifically for the same reason as it wasn't as good as these two parts. These two parts right here were perfect. This is like the best of Dragon Ball in my opinion. Um, and that's pretty like no competition there, I think. I mean, just everything about it, the spectacle, Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta becoming Super Saiyan. Um, I know that's technically part of the androids thing, but I'm talking about the entire thing as a whole, like Cell as a villain, um, everything like that. It was just so good. The Otherworld tournament, I'm gonna put B. I enjoy it for what it was, and I like Pecan as a character, but the whole like Kai system with like the Grand Kai and the different kinds were very confusing to me. This one was fantastic. This is like if Slice of Life met Dragon Ball, and it was great. This part two was really entertaining because it just had so much like mystery to it. Um, the World Tournament Saga specifically. Okay, let's go down to B. This is the one I want to move to A. just because of like everything surrounding the mystery of Deborah, Majin Buu, Babidi, everything like that. How it just seemed to come out of nowhere. That was amazing stuff. The Fusion Saga, that's the one that has Super Buu in it. That's also really, really enjoyable. And same with the Kid Buu Saga. Like all those parts were just really, really great. Um, I guess I'll put that there, but I don't really count that as its own saga necessarily because I don't know. It doesn't even really feel like an arc necessarily. I don't know. It can go and be. I have not seen GT. I just didn't feel like watching it because I heard it was bad. So that's the only thing that's going down there. Um. Okay. Now we have God of Destruction Beerus Saga. Um. AKA Battle of Gods. Yeah, I want this in A, I think. This was super, super enjoyable. I love Beerus. He's one of my absolute favorite Dragon Ball characters. And just the introduction of this like new level of gods, it was supremely cool for its time, and so yeah, I love that. Golden Frieza. This is a complicated one. I liked it, but I don't know. Compared to everything else in B tier, it just was not up to the same standard, I guess. It just kind of felt like recycled concepts. I thought that seeing Super Saiyan Blue and the Golden Frieza form were both really cool, but like by comparison, it just wasn't as cool as some of the other arcs in Super. Um, Same thing with the Universe 6 saga. I loved Goku versus Hip, but that's really the only interesting thing that came from this. Just the Tournament of Power was just much better than this. Copy Vegeta, that sucked. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Alright. Now we have Goku Black. Ooh. Ah, shoot. Come on. Oh my god, what the hell did I do? Okay, there we go. I don't know what I did there. Man, do do I want this to join the rank of S tiers? I don't know, man, because the more I think about it, I would keep it an A. But God, Zamasu is might be my favorite Dragon Ball villain ever. Oh, and the combination of Goku Black and like the voice acting and the idea behind them as characters. God, it was so good, man. It was so freaking good. Oh, everything around the concept and just the ideas was so good. Vegito Blue was so cool. Seeing Zamazu was cool. The ending was a bit weird, and I thought the pacing was a little strange too. But like other than that, it's so good. It's just the little things that keep it out of S tier for me. Universal Survival Saga, I'll put an A because it was extremely entertaining. It could be a bit of a mess at times with all the fights going on all the time between all the different universes, but like in general, I thought it was balanced actually pretty well. Um, Broly Saga. This was just really entertaining. I love Broly as a concept. I love this like renewed take on his origin story, and seeing Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta for the first time. The fights were great. The animation in the movie was incredible. Um, okay, now we're getting to the manga stuff, the stuff that has not been animated yet. Um, now I did a review on the Moro arc, which still has 0 views, which I find hilarious. Like, I'm just gonna refresh the pages. No, still doesn't have any views. Um, I find that absolutely hilarious. Um, but it's fine. Um, this arc is kind of a mixed bag for me. It has some things that I really enjoyed and some other things I wasn't too keen on. I really liked the idea of Moro as a villain. I thought it was simple yet effective. Um, I like the God, what is the name? I gotta look this up. Hmm. Miras. Wait, I don't even look it up. I just remembered Miras. I like Miras as a character. The twist that he's actually like an angel attendant or whatever it was very surprising and actually like really well planned out. And then how he turns into a human, I really personally enjoyed that. Um, and then I like the history behind Moro. I thought that was kind of interesting. Majin Buu got another chance to shine in this arc. The one thing I really didn't like about this arc was because even Gohan and Piccolo got their chance to shine on Earth and whatnot. Uh, the one thing I really didn't like about this was like the justification that Oob was just found and used to destroy Moro because he's a part of Buu, so he happens to maintain a part of the Supreme Kai's godly key. No, I'm sorry. That one thing, like, seriously, it brings it down like an entire tier, basically, because of just how completely ridiculous it is. So for that, I'm gonna settle on the Moro arc being B because I enjoyed it, despite some small flaws it had. Ah, hmm. Oh wait, oopsies, I ranked the wrong one. Um, this is the Moro arc. This is the one I'm gonna rank next, and this is going in A. I really enjoyed myself with this one because the concept was much more straightforward. And granted, about 90% of it was fighting, but I don't care. That's why I watch and read Dragon Ball because of the damn fights. And man, were they good in this arc. Granola and like the idea of the cereal a funny name, was interesting. It's not the first example of something that we've seen like that. But I thought the way that Toriyama tackled his character this time was actually interesting. more interesting than the other times, and seeing the role of Bardock in this was amazing, and it felt like it finally brought a satisfying end to a lot of plot points that were kind of left unsolved about Goku. Just like he finally finds out that Bardock was his father and such. But by far the best thing, and the main reason that this is in A instead of B is because of Ultra Ego. And let me see if we can get lucky and find it. Oh no, I got the epic picture of Yami that Ultra Vegeta. Ultra Ego is the coolest transformation ever. I still have the panel of Vegeta saying, in fact, let's go ahead and call this Ultra Ego, like just planted in my brain. Cause it's so cool. And this not really reveal, but just further emphasis on the concept of how the Saiyans fight, and just because not out of any motivation, they just fight to fight because they love it. I like how that was emphasized in this arc. Did it drag on for maybe a bit too long? Possibly, but I don't care because it has Ultra Ego. The superhero saga. Oh my god, this is a tricky one because I don't even know if this saga is technically finished yet. Because chapter 100 of Dragon Ball Super just released a couple days ago, and I don't know if there's going to be enough chapter that's still considered the superhero saga. This one is kind of hard to rank because of that factor, but also because I still don't really know how I feel about this one. I have very, very mixed feelings. So, the first part, seeing Trunks and Goten in high school is absolutely hilarious, and seeing them as Seiya X1 and Seiya X2, I loved all that stuff. I thought that was great. But then bringing back the Red Ribbon Army and this idea of Cell Max, I don't know. It was that was a weird idea. I still don't really know how I feel about Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan, because I kind of like them, but I don't know if it feels deserved. I like Orange Piccolo, but I really don't know if it feels like it should be as strong, seemingly. And Gohan Beast kind of felt like a complete just retread of his ultimate form. And it kind of felt like a cheap cop out to me. But at the same time, I love seeing Gohan get power up. So like I said, I'm very, very conflicted about this one. I really don't know what I think about it. Right now, I'm leaning towards B or C. I think for the time being, I'm gonna put it in C. So yeah, this was a pretty short and sweet tier list. I say that as this video is almost 25 minutes, but pretty short and sweet tier list I got here. Dragon Ball arcs I wanted to make since I hadn't really done that before, and maybe this gives you a better idea on my stance about Dragon Ball. So. Alright, that is going to do it for this video, and I will see you all later. Bye!